Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Tech for Seniors lesson. Today, we will be discussing the ethics of AI, particularly understanding and identifying AI. So, first, we'll be talking about understanding AI. So, what is AI? So, AI essentially stands for artificial intelligence and is the science of making machines operate like the human brain. And there are various forms of AI, and some are more advanced than others. So, as you can see in this chart, there are some examples. We have machine learning, deep learning, neural network, natural language processing, computer vision, and cognitive computing. And I'll be discussing a couple of these later on in the video. So, how is AI created? So, AI is created using algorithms and developed with a process called machine learning. And machine learning trains AI with data until the computer understands the patterns. And then another method is natural language processing, which teaches the computer how to essentially speak the human language. So, for those of you watching, if you've ever used AI, and we'll be discussing some examples of it in the next slide. So, as you can see, AI is everywhere. It's used in things like voice assistants, such as like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, and facial recognition, search engines, Netflix, and travel aids like Google Maps, and some of the kinds of AI we discussed earlier, like machine learning and natural language processing, is used especially in these softwares. So there's one, so while AI is used in all of the everyday applications we just discussed, there's one more form of AI that is becoming increasingly common, and it's called ChatGPT, and it's a type of AI that has been trained to understand and respond to human language in a conversational manner. It's sort of like having a virtual assistant or chatbot that can have text-based conversations with you. And essentially, the way it works is it analyzes your language using AI and develops a response. And one of the most revolutionary examples of AI recently created, and it creates a whole realm of possibility, both good and bad. Because you can use it to, to help maybe in your research or on, assignments. But its capabilities are endless, and it could be used, to even like cheat on assignments and stuff like that. So if you'd like, you can try. For those of you watching, you can try typing chat.openai.com into the search bar, and this will bring you to ChatGPT, and you can test out asking different questions, having conversation with it, and kind of testing its capabilities. So for the next part of our presentation, I'll be discussing identifying AI. So it's easy for almost anyone on the internet to generate fake images with AI, and not even just images, but also videos and like voice recordings. So this is why it's important to be able to differentiate real images from AI generated ones. So how do you know if something is AI generated? So for images, check the small details. AI sometimes fails to generate tiny details like realistic hands, teeth, and accessories such as glasses and jewelry. And for all forms of media, including writing, um, research scientist Mike Cowfield says to use SIFT, which is a four-step process: stop, investigate the source, um, find better coverage, and trace the original context. So for those of you watching, if you want to maybe take a look at these images and maybe consider, which one you think is AI generated. So as you can see, the one on the left is AI generated. Okay, and then between these two images, if you guys have a guess as to which one is AI generated, um, yeah. So it's the one on the left, and as you can see, it has three front paws, which most normal dogs don't have. So that's one detail that you can notice to kind of identify the AI generated image. Another example, um, yeah. So as you can see, some of the small details of the image, like the lanyard and the backpack straps, are like just seem a little bit off. And so here's the last example. You guys can guess which one's AI generated. Yeah. So in this one, bit of a trick question because they're both AI generated. Um, yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of details that kind of give you clues, like the different components within the sandwich. Yeah. So yeah, AI generated images can be used anywhere, and that's why it's important to be able to distinguish real images from AI. So for those of you watching, if you want to maybe consider why, although there are some negatives to AI, if you want to consider maybe some of the ways that AI can be beneficial as well. So yeah, just a summary of some of the tasks of AI. It can automate repetitive tasks, help businesses and organizations make decisions based on real data, personalized recommendations on your social media and streaming services, and a lot more. And it's still growing as we speak. Of course, in addition to the positive ones, as we sort of touched on already, AI also has some negative aspects. So it could potentially take jobs in industries that were previously using human workers, which could increase unemployment. It could be biased if trained using biased data, which produces discriminatory outcomes. It can lead to a loss of human connection and emotion if AI is constantly being used instead of the human brain. And it could also potentially misuse private information and data. So these are just some factors that we should watch out for as AI continues to expand. Okay, so that'll be the end of the video today. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you learned something new.